Welcome to the Be a Better Boss podcast, the place where CEOs, business leaders, managers, and entrepreneurs can become a better boss.
Hello and welcome to the Be a Better Boss podcast. I am your host, Ian Highfield, and we have one goal: to transform the world through transforming the workplace. In upcoming episodes, I'm going to discuss body language, breathwork, self-talk, intrinsic motivation, and fostering shared visions and values. These aren't just disconnected ideas. Together they form a powerful framework for creating workspaces where employees can thrive, businesses can succeed, and happiness can flourish. So, why are so many companies ignoring these evidence-based strategies? Why do they continue to chase short-term outcomes, piling pressure and extrinsic motivation on their employees and not allowing them to break free and be happy? Today we're going to explore this. So here is what I believe is the formula for thriving teams. Step 1, teach employees to have great body language, because how can you carry yourself into a board meeting or into a stressful situation and you're not showing the power and the influence that you need to perform? Step 2, breath work. Regulate stress and increase focus through inbuilt stress interventions that we have ready to roll. Step 3, develop positive self-talk. The way you speak to yourself shapes your mindset and resilience. The conversations you have with yourself are the most important ones you'll ever have. Step 4, as a business, foster a culture of intrinsic motivation. Drive mastery, autonomy, and purpose. Step 5, celebrate process focus. Instead of outcomes, push employees to celebrate the steps that they can control. Step 6, build a shared vision, shared mission, shared values, aligning yours and your employees' goals. And step 7, as a leader, be a coach and mentor, not a dictator. When you combine all of these elements, you create an environment where employees are engaged, resilient, and truly happy. And guess what? When people are happy, their long-term results and profits will follow. So, why do corporate norms fail? Well, let's call out the elephant in the room. Traditional corporate strategies don't support this approach. They focus on short-term outcomes, extrinsic rewards, and a relentless pursuit of profit. Here's what this looks like in practice. Employees chasing impossible targets with no process-focused guidance. A focus on external rewards like bonuses, promotions, and titles, and often leadership obsessed with managing tasks and workflow instead of mentoring people. This is a recipe for burnout, disengagement, and high turnover. It puts people on the hedonic treadmill. It puts them sat there waiting for the arrival fallacy, where they're constantly chasing the next reward, but never truly finding fulfillment. Contrast this with what we see in sports psychology. The greatest athletes thrive because they focus on how and why, not just what they want. They're guided by mentors who develop their skills, build their confidence, and celebrate their progress. So we have to break free. And there's practical steps for business leaders that you can take to help your company do this. How do business leaders help move away from short-term stress-inducing model and embrace this thriving framework that I've just outlined? Well, here's some steps you could begin to implement today. Number 1, teach body language, breath work, and self-talk. Potentially host micro trainings that will help your team train to adopt confident postures. Share Amy Cuddy's power posing techniques and encourage open, relaxed body language in meetings. Breath work. Start team meetings with a 60-second breathwork exercise. Box breathing or single nostril breathing could be an example of this. This can help calm nerves, enhance focus. You could also subscribe to an app or a device that can support employees with this. Self-talk. Encourage employees to keep self-talk journals. Host workshops on positive reframing and help them manage negative thought patterns. What else can we do? We can create an intrinsically motivating environment. Autonomy. Give employees control of how they achieve their goals. Mastery. Invest in their growth, training, and give them opportunities for skill development. Purpose. Regularly connect with them and their work for the company and explain how this is supporting the mission, explain how this aligns with values, explain what it's doing for the world outside of the office. Reward and celebrate goals. Shift the focus from outcomes like sales targets to process goals like quality conversations for improved systems. Use tools like a process goal scorecard to help employees measure how well they're controlling their controllables. Have great communication, preparation, teamwork, and celebrate employees' commitment to controllable steps and their progress as a human, not their progress towards a sales target. Build shared vision, shared mission, and values. Help employees define their own personal mission inside the organization, and then highlight how this can support what it is the businesses are trying to achieve, the business's vision and the business's values. Align all of this to create a sense of purpose and belonging. And then as a leader, be a coach, not a boss. Focus on influencing behavior. Do not focus on being right. Use motivational interviewing techniques to guide employees towards solutions rather than dictating to them. And build trust by showing genuine care for employees' growth and employees' well-being. So why would this work? Well, this framework is built and rooted around evidence-based sports psychology. Socrates taught us the importance of self-examination. Deci and Ryan's self-determination theory proves that intrinsic motivation drives sustained performance. And sports psychologist has shown us again and again that success comes from focusing on the process and not the outcome. So when employees are empowered through the use of Socratic language, philosophy is shared within the business. When employees are given strategies that high-level athletes are using to deal with pressure and stress, and when employees are shown that intrinsic motivation is the key to happiness, they can carry themselves confidently, they can regulate their stress, and they can align their work with their purpose. They're not just surviving in the workplace, they're thriving. The stakes for this couldn't be higher. If businesses continue to ignore these strategies, we will continue to create environments of stress, disengagement, and burnout. They'll churn through employees and they'll waste resources. And although in the short term they may be hitting targets, they're not thinking about what this could lead to over a long period of time. We are sacrificing in business long-term growth for very, very short-minded and short-term gains. But businesses that embrace this kind of framework, what will you see? You'll see happier, more engaged employees. You'll have increased retention and reduced turnover, which can enhance profit margins. You'll have higher productivity and higher innovation. And yes, I've already mentioned it, but profits will naturally follow when you build a thriving culture and you enable your employees to feel like human beings, not just a cog in a machine. So, my closing thoughts: body language, breath work, self-talk, intrinsic motivation, process focus, shared purpose, and mentorships. These aren't just tools, they are the foundation for a better workplace. It's time to break away from outdated corporate norms and embrace evidence-based strategies that prioritize happiness and human evolution. When employees thrive, businesses thrive. And together, the employees and the employers have the opportunity to make the world a better place. Transform the world through transforming the workplace. To learn more about these strategies or to check out my upcoming book, The Administrative Athlete, Lessons from the Locker Room to the Boardroom, go to ianhighfield.com, where you can download a free sample of the first couple of chapters. Thanks for listening, and remember, focus on the process, support your employees, and watch your team and business thrive and reach new heights. Until next time, I'm Ian Highfield. Be a better boss.
Thank you for listening to the Be a Better Boss podcast, helping business leaders transform the world through transforming the workplace.